You're better than the stars, better than the heavens above me.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on the Powerhouse radio station are those of the host, guests, and callers, are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers. The show, found on the Powerhouse radio station, can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or conditions. Opinions stated by various contributors to the Powerhouse Radio and its programming are not to be considered as endorsed by the Powerhouse Radio station. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusion. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind.
Yes, so welcome to another Reasoning Thursdays. Well, how are you all doing? Hoping that you're fantabulously fabuloso and that you're having a wonderful day. All right, as you joining us this evening, I want to say big shouts to each and everyone listening to us via all of our outlets, from our tuning apps to our websites to our telephone lines, however, social media, however you're listening to us. We want to say welcome and thank you for tuning in. If you're listening to us via YouTube's radio, want to say big shouts to you as well for you choose. Massive shouts go out to you, DJ VJ Smiles. Go out to you, Ross Tugel, and the entire crew over there at youtubesradio.com. Want to say big shouts as well go out to the victorious 89.1 FM Massive and crew, Dr. J and the crew over there. Want to say big massive shouts go out to you. How are you all doing, folks? I'm hoping that once again that your day is everything that you've hoped that it would be, right? Yeah, hoping that it's everything that you've prayed for and wanted it to be today. Well, we do have the panel on, and we just want to say, let you all go ahead and have the panel to introduce themselves and to say greetings. Up top, we can kick it off with the respecter first. How you doing?
How do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, hello. How do you do? Joining us. Another crazy banging Thursday. Yeah.
Definitely. Michelle, I see you joined in. You underneath me there. What's going on?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, panel. Good evening, audience. Good evening, everyone. Looking forward to reasoning with you tonight.
All right, Queen, the queen of all queens.
Love, peace. Thank you for tuning in. Um, Remember, share, while you're listening, call your friends, your neighbors, and tell them to join in too. Hopefully that some of what we have to tell you will be informative and maybe even might be helpful to you guys. Thank you for joining us.
You
Oh,
enjoy your celebration.
you heard that, Queen?
What is happening?
Did you enjoy your birthday celebration?
Oh, awesome, man. That's such a wonderful man, I tell you, for real. It was awesome.
I asked
Good
her,
one.
when she came over to my home. I said, "Did you hear the respecter shout out to you?"
Mm-hmm.
And she
I
said,
heard, I appreciate all of the shout outs, all the good wishes. Man, I tell you, it was really awesome.
"All right,
Yes.
pick up yourself." The respect was the first one to call in. She said, "Lady, we can't get you. Lady, we can't get you." I said, "All right, give me a minute, because you know what? I didn't even realize that it was 12 o'clock because I was outside in the yard decorating for my granddaughter's birthday party. So I mean, I didn't even set my alarm or anything. So I definitely want to thank the respecter for that for waking me up and say, yo. I said, oh my God. I was running inside like I was running through like a mad woman. I was like, OMG. But anyway, nonetheless, it was good. And I'm glad that you, Queen, had a fantabulous birthday. So let's sing happy birthday one more time to Queen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy birthday.
birthday to the queen.
You guys,
Yay!
thank you. I
We're
mean,
blessed to have
it
you
was
another
just
year.
really the whole week been good. Lady and I, we did some things together,
Yeah.
and it was emotional for me, but it was really good. You see, my mom's birthday is the 6th. I'm the 4th. She's the 6th, and
Yeah.
that was really really touching that day too.
We went out
So
to the grave
it's been
site,
good.
flowers
Hmm.
down. I brought Queen out the grave site, put some flowers down, and
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it
So
was awesome. And today is one of my favorite cousin Pauline birthday. Big up Pauline.
happy
Yesterday was Michelle. Today Pauline.
man, there's a lot
Big up,
of
big up.
Libras, and the respecter has his brother-in-law, his daughter. I mean, I was writing down names on Saturday,
Mhm.
left and right. Chrissy Banton, Nati, Bria. You see, I wrote down names of all who is calling in. All of these Libras was flooding my line. But yeah, just want to say
That's the best sign, Libras.
I think it's time to mute.
Yes, Libra gang, gang, gang.
I think it's
That's
time to mute. You Libra too, Michelle?
I am.
Oh my gosh. Another one.
And we have some more cousins' birthday coming up.
What's your date,
oh,
Michelle? What's your date?
I am next week, actually.
Oh my God.
Yes. I think it's gonna be, is it gonna be a Reasoning Thursday day? Maybe.
Oh my gosh. No.
That's crazy, right?
that.
Another Libra.
Turning point.
Yes, I think it might be on Reasoning Thursday.
Gonna
Okay. All right. All right. So we're so on reason that so next week we have to go all out. We have to bust champagne and all these things. So yeah, you're the 16th, right? You're the 16th. I have to
Uh-huh.
send you, I have to send you some funds so you could buy a bottle of champagne and you bust it over there.
fun and time.
Bust it. You should
Oh
bust,
man, that means I have to be ready. Get myself together.
yeah.
I could be definitely on screen and light it up so you can see me bright and nice.
Yeah.
All right,
Big
baby.
things are good.
Be
Man,
like the respect
welcome
and you, right?
Yeah.
light up. You know what I'm saying? They hide in their beautiful faces. I received um I received a text one morning and it said I'm trying to find it so I could say it to you. But it was really really cool, and it talked about just smiling, when you have that beautiful smile, just continue to smile. And I think I even shared it with you folks in regards to smiling. I'll just put that smile on the face. It says, don't hide the smile on your face. It's a precious gift from God. Not everyone is blessed to smile every day, but if God has given you that joy, wear it proudly. Your smile might be the light someone else need. Have a great day. So when my philosophy is when I smile, you smile, she smile, he smile. And sooner or later we may have a smiley world. And even though people want to say you're mad, kaya smile, smile. Yeah, yeah. Just keep that
I
smile.
agree.
Yes, smiling is a great. It's infectious. Yeah, that's
Mm.
the word.
It is. And look at, unless you're walking down the streets of New York in the city, that's a different story.
I still smile. I still smile. You see what I'm talking about? You might make someone else's day when you smile. When you smile.
And
Yeah.
it's true, sometimes when you smile, you see somebody else smile with. It's
Yeah,
not, it's true.
Yeah.
them are green teeth too. And
True.
they'll be like, you made me smile. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good
Right
thing.
Yeah.
now in
But
Jamaica,
let's dive in. Huh?
right now in Jamaica, only the PMP smiling, not the JLP.
Yeah.
Why is it so? I saw a clip where it said that a lot of JLPs are now saying that
So,
they sorry that they voted
yeah,
that
they
way for the JLPs. I'm like, oh really? So I'm neither. I'm just neutral in the mix. I'm not living in Jamaica, so I don't feel the blunt of anything. Yes, property and so on, but I don't really feel the blunt. But when you vote, you who feels it knows it. So whatever they're going through, they know what they're going through. So maybe next time it's just like we here. We're feeling the blunt of it with 47. 47. I whip with
With them off, man. What?
in my whip.
Honey.
But in your topics, I have some topics here. Um, I have two topics here that caller listeners has sent in. One is man, and I figured it's either up to the respecter to answer this, and any male listeners that's listening in, is a man not made to have one woman? So,
Ooh.
and then the next one is, do you think in this day and time, asking someone about their birth gender is necessary?
Oh
Okay.
boy.
So
Okay.
those are two questions that were asked, and we also have on our list. Um, there's a new fire act, arm act in Jamaica, or trying to be implemented in Jamaica. We're gonna touch that a little bit in regards to that one. Also, we have some FYIs, beaches in Jamaica, about the beaches in Jamaica, the new immigration law that was passed in regards to sponsorship, um, teens being targeted on TikTok, and HOA is added again, Homeowners Association, they're added again. And as Queen said, we're going to touch the air traffickers control during this government shutdown. And another question was
Children.
another
Children too. Mhm.
another question that was on the list there. That was a clip that was sent in to me. And big up yourself, Father Wayne, and out of Covington. I just thought I'd just put it out there. Dance hall in our dance hall segment. Which era was most competitive in dance hall, 80s, 90s, or now? And I post that in our little group there. And parents' rights. What are parents' rights? Not just one parent, but your thoughts on both parent. And I'm gonna get into that and let you all know why that question has been posed. And just want to say, send our deepest prayers of comfort to the families that are losing folks, even in Jamaica, in all around the world, but particularly in Jamaica. This Linstead shooting,
Mhm.
9 got shot, 5 9 was hit, 5 4 4 or 5 is unalive, and that's including a little 4-year-old, and then
Oh
a,
my
Mhm.
goodness.
and a woman, and an 11-year-old is injured in critical condition. And then there was also another mass shooting that took place as well, again in Jamaica. And the state of Jamaica, once again, I guess we're going back into the state of Jamaica. So we're gonna just dive in it. We're gonna dive into it.
funny, right? Right
and
after,
state of, of Jamaica and America. What you saying, the respecter?
right after the election and who win, all of a sudden now the violence and crime emerge again. They give all these praises to the new chief.
Uh-huh.
Down. Now the election is over. Here comes the crime rising back up. Top on.
Okay. And the regret, because now they voicing regret.
Yeah, yeah. That new the new chief of police in Jamaica. It's so funny that you mentioned him because I did a brief talk with him today, and setting up an interview for the Lady D show for him to come on there with what's going on in Jamaica and even his opinion on the shooting that took place in Linstead. So yeah, because I was supposed to start back my series of interviewing, and I didn't do that in because it was supposed to start in September, and I did not. And then October here, all of these birthdays and all of these grandchildren birthday parties and all of these things, I guess it's gonna push back to November. So I'm definitely lining up.
Make sure that one.
I'm sorry.
Make sure I don't miss that one.
Yeah, don't miss that one. That's going to be a real
Oh,
interesting. I'm
five.
getting some interesting people over here for interview for the Lady D show. Yeah, some very interesting. I'm hitting hard, and as I'm gearing up to do a new program that I'm setting up is Lady D lifestyles. Yeah, so we're
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and
I
it's
like
just
that.
going to be talking one on one with individuals, and may it be a hour show, half an hour, and not more so kind of even be a podcast more than just a live show. Um, maybe gearing to, I'm not sure where I'm taking it, if it's going to be a live or just a pod. But I think I might like the live where persons can call in and discuss whatever needed to be discussed with these very, very important people. Very, very important people. But let's dive on into it. Let's dive on into it. The number right here is 706-707-8952. That's we're still working on our line, and I'm still trying to get approval for our old number. So that's what's taking a minute here for us to get transition over because they're trying to secure back our old number that we've had for the last 20 years. We don't want to change that number. So whoever's got it, I want them to give it up. So we're trying to work that in the mix. But let's dive in. Let's dive in. Let's kick stuff out. And we're not gonna spend too long on each topic. We're just going to dive in and get our says in and out. All right. So like Queen, let's get this out of the way. The government shut down the air traffic controllers. You brought that up. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, but this is now beginning to affect not just normal um federal workers, but it's affecting people because they are now short of workers. Um, and the thing is, why they're short is because people are calling in, deliberately calling in. It's like they're boycotting, so they're calling in. So because they're calling, they're short staff. Now they have quite a bit of delays, but not just delays, but when you up in that plane, up in that sky, and these air traffic controllers supposed to be directing these planes and your flight, then it
Don't go in.
becomes personal.
Don't go in them. Go rent a
You
car
know,
and go
it
drive.
becomes personal. But sometimes it's hard to get from one place to another by car, so you end up having to get into them.
Well,
You
go
know what
out.
I mean?
Us people need to go out there and protest. And I think it's great that the TSA,
Yeah.
all of them, that if they want to boycott, put some pressure on these Republicans to let them know, hey, listen. And I spoke with a couple of individuals that I even know that is in the armed forces, and as well working with IRS and a lot of different avenues, where they said, this is one time that I'm just all for it. I'm being hurt by this, but it is for a good cause. It's for a good cause, and enough is enough. Somebody got to stand up to 47. So hoping that it can be resolved as quickly as possible. But yeah.
Yeah, but this is affecting, a lot of people, and I would think that these Republican would look into it and see what is really going on and see how important, these um medical bill is, and work towards coming to a solution.
Well,
I
they
mean,
know, Queen, they know. Do you feel that they really don't know? Of
Like,
course they know. It took the TSA is the ones that ended this boycott back in 2018, 2019. All right. So it's not like these government people don't know, they just don't care. You
that-
understand? They just don't care. Go ahead, the respecter.
that's what I'm saying. This been going on for so long.
They know.
Um,
Right now, I'm not getting a check. How about that? Let me tell you, let me be straight. I'm not, they have already let us know we're not getting a check. I work for the federal government as well. I'm not getting a check. You see what I'm saying? I'm taking care, I'm providing care for individuals who cannot care for themselves. And because right now we're not getting paid. So thank God that I have an overhead that I can pay my staff, etc., and continue
Exactly.
to pay my bills. But is it's somewhere that we are all are going to be, a lot of persons is getting affected. I spoke with one of my cousins earlier today, and he says the coming of the flight was ridiculous. He was at the airport from 11 o'clock all the way till 6 p.m. before he finally was able to board a flight, and that was coming
Oh,
up from Tampa to Atlanta. So we all are going to feel the impact in some way, but it's for a cause for all of us, because if the GOP gets their way, then what we're going to be facing, how much people, I went to the hair shop today, and how many people, did not have medical insurance. The Affordable Care Act is a very, very important, it's very, very important.
but ladies, some people are taking chances because they say they're taking care of themselves and they're doing the right things, and they um they're taking advantage of living healthy. No,
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard you the last time and heard Donna with it the last time, which is absolutely true.
things happen, along the way, but still, if you're doing somewhat the right things and you're not all over the place, trying to be gigolo and jiggle mama and dada, you
But
know,
then, but then again, there's something that's also not absolutely true, because I know some healthy people who've never smoked, who don't really drink, who
okay,
don't any of them, and out of the blue they have cancer. I
yeah,
mean, your environment, the air that you breathe, the water that we drink, some of the food may it be even good food, because right about now we don't know organic from not organic. Now they're coming up with numbers telling you have to don't buy number 4. As a matter of fact, let me tell you, I put it in my phone the other day. There was this thing that came up, and it was showing an apple, okay, and the person started to scrape the apple. All right. And they're telling you, don't buy. It's number 4. I'm looking, I'm trying to.
tomatoes,
It's a,
tomatoes,
don't buy number 4, buy the stickers that are on the fruit. It says, okay, only eat. I even wrote it down. I even wrote it down. Okay. I wrote it down. I wrote it down there. Only eat fruit starting with 9, not 4. 4 has layers of chemical on them. Who knows that? And not because it just says organic mean that it's organic.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So no, sometimes no matter how healthy you eat, you
I thought I ate healthy most of my life.
Mhm.
Oh,
Most of my life, I thought I ate healthy. Yes, I started to eat a little more than fish in terms of seafood, like shrimp, but that's in the later part of my life, and I still end up getting sick. I mean, you say, dang, what did I do wrong? But like lady said, it's the environment you're in. We don't know that water when they purify it, what it entails. We don't really know the chemicals that they use to balance it. I mean, there's so many things. The vegetable growing out there and all this chemical blowing all around, on top of them. And now they're telling you when you do vegetables, get the baking soda and the salt in a bowl and put the vegetable in there to wash it, just to kill some of the the
Pollution,
germs and the chemicals. That's
pollution.
crazy. I mean,
Go ahead.
it's the time. You never used to have to do all of that, but now you do.
Go ahead to respect that now. Because I
no,
cut you. I apologize.
why even bother? If you gotta go through all that washing off and what, why bother? They put chemical on everything.
Mhm.
Uh,
Your best chance is grow your own stuff.
Yeah, that's the best chances to grow your stone stuff. But still remember
but
that
when you can.
when the rain rains, the pollution in the air, all of these chemicals from all of
Mhm,
these buildings that are making plastics and all
mhm,
of these things, they're in the air. So what goes up must come down,
mhm.
and they go
Yeah.
into the clouds, and then it drop and come on your food. So I mean, it's just yeah, and see, Donna says organic food targets our organs. So, I mean, we damn if we do, we damn if we don't at this point. So, I can't necessarily even say fully how you eat, you know, just the environment that we are living in alone. Sharon says we need to ban our belly and wait this out because if the Dems fold a lot, people will not have health care. Exactly what I'm saying, Sharon, in regards to that as well with the health care. I know Donna feel like the health care is being it's out of hand in some ways, to put it lightly. But how many people did not have health care before? Just even preventative, because you still have certain checkups that you should go and get. So even preventative um checkups, it is important to have those medical coverage. And anyhow the GOP gets what they want, we are up SHIT Creek. We talked about this last week, you know, um,
Yes, we are.
in its entirety. We talked about this last week. Anyhow, they get their way. We're up up the creek, you know, we're up the creek. And I'm right now, there's procedures and there's tests that I have honestly been able to get that I've never been able to get before, because I could not afford medical coverage or couldn't afford some of these procedures without the help that I'm getting now. So, you know, myself not getting paid, I just have to, like Sharon says, I have to ban my belly. I just, you know, pray that the other side, the Republicans will give, and I'm hoping with enough pressure being placed on them, they will give. Michelle, did you want to touch a bit of it before we move?
Yeah, I The only thing is, I agree with you all, that the Dems finally, that they are stepping up, and this is what we need them to do, to hold out. And it's very difficult because, bills have to be paid, and even when the money is back, you still have to wait to get paid again. So it's a lot. It's stressful all around. So
Yeah.
we just have to hold out. We have to pray. We have to claim great things. We have to support the Dems, people who are Republican. Because even for the first time, Marjorie Taylor Greene,
Oh
who's
yeah.
hardly ever been positive, she's actually on the side of the Democrats regarding the health care, because she said her adult children health care is going to double in cost if
Yeah.
if what the Republicans do passes. So that's so if she's on the Dem side,
And those
if she's supporting us, this is serious.
and those people have money.
Yeah,
And those people have money. So I mean,
yeah.
we have to
So
think about.
it's serious.
Yeah.
And then
And
just to say, oh,
Go ahead, Michelle. Finish your thought.
okay. I was gonna say, and what you're saying about vegetables, yeah, it is better to either buy your own or know that you're getting it from local family farm, community farm, because as you said, even if you're cleaning the outside, as the plants were growing, they're spraying this, right? They're spraying the chemicals. So as it's growing, it's still forming the vegetable or the fruit, and it's still having some of those chemicals inside as it's growing. So it's like, how do you get away from it? You get away from the outside, but there's still probably some remnants in the
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so D, if you don't, D, if you don't. I want to give a FYI. As we move on, I want to give a FYI to persons whom are sponsoring individuals coming into the United States of America. On September 25th, I think it is, they passed a new bill. So just here we go. I'm going to play this just for you all to hear, okay? Here we go.
Breaking immigration news. Sponsoring your immigrant family member, you may now be on the hook for thousands. USCIS has just released a statement that they will be going after the sponsors of immigrant beneficiaries. What does this mean? It means that if you have sponsored an immigrant in, say, like an adjustment of status, say you're a spouse or the child of a US citizen, and that immigrant uses public funding such as Medicaid or food stamps or any type of government assistance, the government can now sue you as the sponsor. They can directly now come after you. Of course, this is another measure, another tactic, as some would say, to deter lawful immigration. Or is it just enforcing lawful immigration? We will never know. But what we do know is that this change is now in effect and they can come after you. So just to be clear, a sponsor is only on the hook for an immigrant until that immigrant becomes a naturalized U.S. citizen or until they pass away. Breaking immigration news, sponsored.
All right. So that's just a FYI for each and everyone whom is sponsoring an individual. If they're coming into the United States, please, make sure that they don't try to go and get any form of government assistance, Medicaid, food stamp, anything. And as they said, the only way that you all are left off of the hook is if that individual becomes a US citizen. So they're not, you understand? So even if they get their paperwork or whatever, you are still you sponsored this person. So they have to pass away or they have to go and get their US citizenship for you to be off the hook for this. So anyone that you are sponsoring, you make sure that you have a way for them to get a job or you can afford to take care of them or assist them.
Well,
So if they, at this point, I think they're trying to make everything hard for everyone. And with respect to, you're gonna go. But let me say this: what Donna said. The seeds itself are modified with insecticides, and that was the last bit to what we were talking about in regards to the food. But yeah, the respecter, you were saying something.
because because our people so ignorant, I wouldn't advise to even bring nobody come here. because they're not going to listen to us. They're going to do what they want, and it's gonna just gonna put us in problems. Honestly, I wouldn't even consider it.
It's a sad thing, and I guess that's the attitude I feel that maybe they want persons to take. Is that okay? If this person is here for 10 years and never become a citizen, I'm responsible for this individual. So, you know, it's
That
a rock
that
and a-
bully, it's that bully tactism.
yeah.
It's just like how he is talking about. If he's not, if you are furloughed, some of the furlough workers might not be able to get that back pay,
Mhm.
because they're not deserving of it. He put things out there to scare you, like a scare tactic. You know what I mean? And that's what he does.
But
You
it's a
know.
scare tactic, but it's also going into fruitation because you have these same individuals that is in office that coming like said that they're afraid of him. So things that he is putting out there, they're trying to really get it implemented. And that's a problem. And that's what the biggest problem is because there's no opposition against him. Everyone in his camp, is going with what he's saying. I'm seeing persons is um referencing a lot of what he was doing to President Nixon. And some of the, I think what the West, what does it call gate? Oh my Jesus, where my mind got blank. Um,
You mean the Watergate scandal?
Yeah,
yeah, they were
Watergate.
yeah, they were talking into that, how when in comparisons, at least he had persons whom in his own camp was opposed to certain things that he was doing, where in this situation there's no one there to oppose besides the Democrats. There's no one on in his party there that is saying, okay, listen, we have to stop this madness. Enough is enough. There's no one there, so yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy, crazy thing. It's a crazy, crazy.
Yeah, it is because the first time he did have guardrails. Now he made sure this time he chose people that's gonna be loyal to him.
Be loyal, totally loyal. So
Mhm.
there's no one to say let's put a stop to this. You
but
know.
also the Democrats are being punished in some way, shape, and form, because if you look back on Clinton and Barack, they have done some evil things that we didn't know about that just came out.
Hmm.
They have done some bad things, and when you think about people who vote for Democrats and all, they're still suffering ever since. You know, the old one passed on, the young one who's still continuing. They
I,
know no
I
different.
think I think all presidents have done something that is not
Very evil, yeah,
great in their closet.
right.
And if we really think that the presidents are whom is running the country,
Oh,
then I think that we're delusional ourselves. They have
Mhm.
they have persons whom they have puppets. They are puppets to whom is pulling the strings.
right.
And things have to be done. And even with 47, as much as we're saying 47, yes, he is a puppet himself.
Yeah,
you know because a lot of the things that is being presented, I don't think he is even that
he's not doing it.
educated nor knowledgeable to even put forth these things.
Right.
So he's being a puppet to it. So none of you cannot be a leader, let's say, for say of a country, and feel like that you're not going to have stains on your hand. You're going to have stains on your hand. Don says some people get sponsored by family members and they realize that they can get government assistance instead of keeping a job. That's it, Don. And that's a big problem right now because of this law that is fully in effect
Yeah.
right now. That you have to really know whom you're filing for, You have to know who you're filing for and make sure that those are persons that don't have a problem with going out there and work, because now you are being held accountable for these individuals because you sponsored them. You're the one who said, a lot of people I don't think understand when they sponsor somebody what that in details. That's a
Yeah.
Yeah.
responsibility. You
Yeah.
are saying that you will take care of this person.
Uh-huh.
You can afford to take care of this person. So when this person come and they're in your care, and then they run go seek some Medicaid and seek some food stamp and see and try to get some form, it looks like you're not you're unfit mom or dad or sponsor. You know what I'm saying? So they're coming after you now. They're
Yes.
coming after you now. And I think they implemented a lot of that too. Not necessarily, and I'm not trying to be biased. Please understand this. I'm not being biased. I don't think it's necessarily for a lot of Caribbean folks, although, yes, you have a lot of Caribbean folks that do. But I think it's all, I don't even know what to say because you
Yes.
have a lot of both that are on these public assistance, come here and get food stamp, to feed themselves, etc. The respect to you go next after I read this comment. Well, lady, they don't want their house to burn down. Look what happened to the judge. Ah,
True.
yeah. It's crazy. It's
Uh-huh.
crazy. Donna says our people suffer terribly under the demo rat regime. Only their friends and family benefits when they're elected. Okay.
It's true. That's
All right. Go ahead, the respecter.
both parties. It's both parties. I mean, they don't really care about you who vote for them. It's just family and friends.
Yeah.
It's either way you look at it. It's both.
And who did favors for them.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But the
Uh-huh.
Democrats are the lesser of the two evils.
That's what I always say. I always say I go with the less of the two evils, because they're both, they're both evil, and you have to understand they're dealing with evil people. So and they're looking to save money and they're looking to whatever pocket money or whatever you have. They're both evil. And we as the people are suffering, may it be them or Democrats or we are all, when it's all said and done, we are all suffering. But I
Yeah.
really wanted to,
The Democrat more willing to give a
yeah,
little. Uh,
yeah, yeah. And so I just really wanted to put that out there in regards to the immigration situation. So persons, think about what you all are doing and know that when you do file, I'm not saying don't. Know that when you do sponsor someone to come, you are responsible, and now the government is holding you responsible.
And
All
if that person come here and commit a crime, you're also going to be in trouble.
right. Okay.
So we got a lot to look at and think about.
Okay, well, Donna feels that the Democrats, she used to think that the Democrats are the lesser evil, but that's totally untrue. All right. There's another FYI, and then we're going to dive into the Jamaica Firearm Act. We could touch that, and then we're going to go into a question that our listener had. All right. So we're gonna go into this next one here. Ooh, plug up this phone before it dies on me with all of my information in it. Alrighty. There is, did you all know? Let me ask you all. Do you all know who owns the beaches in Jamaica?
Yeah.
Who?
Is it the hotels? The hotel owners?
No, the respecter said he knows.
Okay.
The government.
No,
China.
no. I'm going to play this clip
Uh,
for
uh,
you all. And
the
this is very interesting. Go ahead, Queen. Queen, do you know?
Palace.
I would think if the I don't know. I'm not gonna say, but
You
I
know,
don't know.
all right, I'm gonna play this clip right here, which was very interesting. And
It
this
should
is
be
why
the people, but it's not.
the people. So, but this is very interesting. You know, that's why I love Reasoning Thursday, because we get to find out information that we really don't know. But listen to this one here. And this is taking place on Smile Jamaica. A young lady came on and was discussing this situation right here. Now, why is it not coming up? Why is it not coming up? I'm trying to see. Is like it don't want to play for me.
Let
But
me just say, people know about it.
yeah, but they said they said it is the UK that owns the beaches.
Oh.
The UK is whom owns the beaches in Jamaica. Why is this
One
thing
of
not?
them own the land, so them a must own the beach too.
No,
Exactly.
but
Oh,
I
see,
mean, yeah, they own the land, so
Sharon,
they must own the beach too.
Sharon says it should be owned by the people. It
Yeah, but
should be,
Yes.
but
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 actually it's not. It is
mm,
owned the beaches in Jamaica, and I wish this thing will just play, and everything else is playing except for it. I'm just so devastated at this
that's
thing.
why you can't sell out so easy.
Yeah, is and it is noted that when these hotels, and even if you have a beachfront property, that you are not, I'm trying to pull it up on even YouTube, that you are not, you don't own the sea. Even if you have a beachfront property, we should
Mm,
be able to have access to the beaches.
mhm.
Yeah, it is so interesting, and I really really hope that I could get this to play, because it's something that may can open up a lot of our eyes. I know that
Mhm.
we have rights, and it's and this all took place from the fight that's going on over there in Montego Bay, and
reverse.
individuals are fighting for the right to use the beach.
Mm.
See,
It's reversible.
the history.
What's reversible?
All that land being owned by England. All
Yeah, remember when we did the series with the Maroon land and how them trying to the government trying to get those land. It's remember said them not have much clout, that's why right now them contemplate about digging the gold and the oil where them find. Because England have a big part to play in it because they still own the land. It's
is
like we're still just renting.
So a lot
It,
of persons were saying, "Are we really, really independent?" And they're coming with this independent thing now. Are we really, really
now in
independent with all of with this knowledge that that is the UK that really, really owns the beaches. Look at that. I just said, look, I was looking down when I said it, and I look up, and Sharon says, so Jamaica is not independent.
that's it.
Things that makes you go,
thanks to the prime ministers.
okay, huh?
Thanks to all the prime ministers. They all
Okay.
And that there was a lot of talk. A lot of people was talking during independent times, so they're not celebrating because Jamaica is not independent.
It's not in.
Even a lot of the bloggers, yes, they were
money,
talking about that. Mhm.
money is still being made by England.
Go ahead, I'm listening. Go ahead.
England still make the money.
Who's still making the money?
England, the money comes from England still. The dollar bills in Jamaica. England
Yeah, they still have a lot of control and clout in Jamaica. They still do. You know, it's the same thing here with property. We don't look at it. When you purchase a home, it's the home you purchase, not the property, you know. It still belongs to the American government.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing out there in Jamaica. It belongs to the land, really belongs to the government.
Government.
The
So,
people who run the country. Yeah.
uh, oh, Donna says, not even America is independent.
That's it. That's what I'm just saying. Because you know when you land there, you
Yes.
don't
Isn't this something?
own the land where your house on, where you build your house on.
No,
Isn't
why it makes
this
sense?
something?
Hey,
Say that again.
no, why it makes sense?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Because the king and the queen have more power than the president or prime ministers.
Do you know it is saying they've taken this page down?
Mhm.
That's why it's not opening because they're saying the page has been taken down.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to
You
know that.
know
You believe that because persons are not supposed to know
these things.
these things. You see, so I'm so glad that I caught
Oh
it.
boy.
I'm so glad that I caught it because see, it's not allowing me to open it. So it's seriously been taken down.
It's a
Oh
secret.
God.
Mm. They
Yeah,
watch you. Listen, that's why they come out with this G5 and what you call it, because they watch everything you're doing inside your home. Everything you say, they don't record it. Hey,
Watching a lot, huh?
say that again.
and
Know who they're watching a lot?
Who?
Michelle.
Say that again.
Michelle.
They watch it, Michelle.
why? Why?
Why
Why
are
you say that now? Why? Because I'm quiet. Why
Because
you say that now?
time I do a clip and put on TikTok, in no time, the hundreds of, from the show.
your phone breaking up?
Now I'm saying from
Yeah,
the
say
show,
that one more time.
from the show. Every
Oh,
time I TikTok clip, short, in no time, especially you and all the ladies basically
okay.
get in the hundreds in not in 2 days.
Uh-huh.
So
I can't
everybody
it's
that is
not
like
nice.
loving you guys.
But you know what too? Because when you do it and I see it, I share it and I post it on mine.
Good.
So then it gets become so then it goes back to because I shared on my page, so it goes back to you, you know. So now it's two of us doing it, and I'm sure if like Lady D did, if Queenie had it, and they also so you
We,
probably go up more, you know,
we
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
we got
We
if
have to
we
share.
all will post it.
We definitely have to share it.
we know
Okay.
how
I'm not gonna waste no more time on this because I'm not finding it. And if I find it, then I'll play it for next week. But yeah, the UK is whom is responsible for the sea, for the beaches, and it's the government knows that when they have to file for permits, the hotels, the people that buy beachfront properties, all of them have to file for permits. Those permits does not stop local people from having access to the beach, but what they do, they build up these barriers. They build up these barriers so that persons will not be able to enter in that beach area, which they said on this on is on Smile Jamaica TVJ. For you all, look that up on YouTube or Instagram and see if you can find it. But they pull up these walls and stuff so that persons cannot be able to go around them to get access to the beach. And when I was watching the clip, I said, you know what, that sound quite right, because you know what, have have anyone ever been to a resort, and when you go to one of the resort and you see the locals they have to stand in the water and sell their goods, but they cannot
Mm-hmm.
really come on land,
Uh-huh.
but they have to stay out in the water. And
Mm-hmm.
it bothers me when I see it. So I've purchased, I walk out there into the sea and purchase stuff from them. But and I did ask one time, why you so one week you can't come, and they got security on the beaches where they cannot leave out of the water and come on land to
Mm-hmm.
talk to you or to sell you their goods. They could go, but so close to the sea. And but these are the reasons why. So what they're fighting for in Montego Bay is that persons get that the byways and the walk paths that people used to use to have access to these beaches, that now that used to have access to these beaches, that they are still able to use those accesses. So that's what they're fighting for right now in Jamaica. Don says, Don Minus says, if the government allowed all access to the beaches by Jamaicans, it's proven that they cause problem for tourism. Crime, drugs, prostitution would overrun the hotel. Jamaicans hurt their own selves. True.
100 true.
True. 100% true, Dan.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. No behavior, because you know what, even our rivers, there was a clip that was circulating and I received it. Someone sent it to me with popcorn, and he was cleaning up the all of the banks in
Mm-hmm.
St. Thomas, and he all the river banks, and he's made up signs and purchased garbage pails and putting do not litter, do not litter. They don't clean the, people don't clean the areas. They throw their KFC boxes down and they throw their this down, and it will be chaotic. It's so true. It's so true. And even with the same prostitution thing you're saying, Dan, that's really true as well, because this is what happens in, may not happen in all the beaches in, I hate to say it, Panama. When I was there, when I went to visit, the men them was soliciting themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They came to me, hey, I would do
yeah.
Don't
The
say
two.
it.
Philippines, the
Yeah. You know what I
Philippines,
mean? I'm
they
like,
like that. They
I said,
like that in the Philippines too.
I said, if you
Mm,
don't move, move. So it's the same thing. Really, really will be happening. Um, if that was allowed. And also, in when I went to, and this is the only country that I've been to that I saw that. That's why I said I wouldn't even go back there. They had the horses. They were, you paid to go and ride the horse, but the horses was right there at the beach where people going to bathe, and they were defecating inside of the water right where you're going to bathe. I didn't even. It's the first country I went to and didn't even go into the beach water.
That's disgusting.
What?
It
That's
was it was
disgusting.
it was terrible.
Oh my
I
gosh.
promise you. I was like, I
Where
went
was
and spent
this?
the whole week, Panama. I went and spent the whole week there, and it was the worst. I First time, all I was in was in the pool. I couldn't go in the beach. Okay. Because and just because of what I saw, there were persons going in the beach, but no way I was gonna go in the beach. And I watched the ass them are defecate.
God, they must say I just grass.
I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. No, I'm not doing it.
They,
No.
they,
Anyway, that was just
they,
a FYI in regards to the beaches for you all to know what's going on and what
yeah.
the fight is going on in Mobile.
But lady, I remember one year went to Jamaica. And you got on the horse. Didn't they ride it in the beach? Ride it in the water?
That wasn't on the side where tourists are.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I see.
That
I see.
said, that might say renter dread was big in Jamaica. Tourist woman was their client.
Back in the days.
Right? You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why people want to go out in the community. They said, I want the real experience of,
Remember
of
stick with Paul Campbell?
you true that. Huh? What you
Ah,
said?
Remember Lunatic with
what
Paul
you said?
Campbell?
I'm a lunatic with Paul Campbell.
Don't go there. The
Don't
respect.
go there. There is no.
Okay.
Okay.
Why am I getting the
Why am
echo?
I getting the echo?
I'm getting the
I'm getting
echo.
the echo.
Not
Not
sure. Let's
sure.
see.
Let's see.
I
I
no.
no.
Mm.
Mm.
Do you all hear
Do
an
you all
echo?
hear an echo?
See that has
See that
echo.
has echo.
Queen.
Queen.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hear you,
I
I hear
hear you. I
echo.
hear echo.
Me
Yeah.
too. I'm
Me too.
echoing.
I'm echoing.
Yeah. I'm getting
Yeah, I'm getting
But it's not there now. It's like when certain, like, I don't know, like something move and then you hear it. But it's not like consistent.
Okay. Okay.
okay. Okay.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
I don't
Because
hear you
I don't hear
Queenie,
you
echoing.
Queenie, echoing.
I'm hearing Michelle
I'm hearing Mr. X
and myself
and
too.
myself too.
Yeah. Sharon
Yeah,
says
Sharon sees
she's
she's
echo.
echo.
So,
So,
I don't know if it's
I
my
don't know if it's my
internet.
internet.
Go
okay.
ahead.
One at
Okay,
What did
what
you
did
say?
you say?
okay. One at a
Okay,
time.
one at a time.
I'm gonna log
I'm
out
gonna log out.
back in, and each
Back in
person
and each
one
person
at a time.
at a time.
Come back in
Come
because
back
when
in
we come
because when
back
we come
in,
back in,
we're going to
we're going to
touch
touch
and the respect
and the respect
answer that.
answer
Is
that.
man
Is
not made
man not
to
made
have
to have
one
one
woman?
woman?
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
So you
So
you you
you
continue to talk.
continue to talk. Like,
You're
All right.
breaking up, lady.
You all
you
continue
all
to talk.
continue to talk.
Go ahead.
Go
Reason.
ahead, reason.
On what?
Yeah.
What?
All right. Well, we can even talk about the children. You wanna? I don't know if lady wanna go with the children
Yes.
now, but there's several of them
What?
died. The 13-year-old one that was missing, girl that was missing in Manchester. Her body was found and
Oh,
it was burnt, like somebody burned it.
oh my
She's from
God.
Christiana High School, and
Oh
also the little
no.
boy that is missing, Jacob. His mom here in America here, his mom, she denies that he existed, but someone saw him in the window a couple of weeks before they started looking for him. NYPD in New York City, this happened. I don't know if you heard about it, Michelle. You're up there. Um, but she
Wow,
is
no.
yeah, she's under evaluation right now, and she keep telling them that the little boy doesn't exist, but they have it on record that he do exist, and people had seen him in the window, and then all of a sudden they don't see it anymore, and there was some dripping of blood they found going towards the kitchen. So they're looking for him. I think he's 8 year old or something of that nature.
You hear me
Oh,
still echoing you all, or I'm cleared up, right?
you're
Yeah.
cleared up now. Yes.
Cleared up. Alrighty. I had to go on out. Queen, I heard you saying something about someone um in regards to a kid.
Please don't let you repeat it.
No, do not repeat it. That's what I was, we don't have to be so graphic. Um, so let's not repeat it. So the respecter
Yeah.
question. Is man not made to have one woman? That's a question coming in from the listener.
I can only speak for myself.
Okay.
Hmm.
I have done that. And as I look back on them years when I could have, mingle, I kick myself. Because when you've been faithful and loyal and all that, and then you turn out in a situation where the person don't appreciate you no more. It make you have regrets looking back. All the opportunities that you got back in them time, now you're feeling like you should have taken them opportunities. You should never try to be a one burner, a Mr. Lawyer. And then at the same time, I said, no, keep being who you are. It doesn't make sense. Because it's true what they say that too many spirits, different spirits come on you, the man and the woman. So for all the men who are holding strong, being loyal, being with one person at a time, is the best way.
Yeah.
So there are men who having one woman and maintaining one woman. I can't speak for everybody, but there's a lot of us out there.
I gotta give. I have to give the respect and applause. Take a bow the respecter. Good job. Good job. Good job. I wish a lot more men thought like you on that on that. I'm not really sure why the question was posed as is a man not made to have one woman, or I guess that person may be having a lot of women on there. Dan says one man to one woman is only practice in Western culture.
Yeah, but and it's true because I heard someone say too
That
the
is a
other day. I heard this guy said so on TV. He said that he don't understand what they're talking about. They're going
that African.
with white man culture because
Not trouble today.
men can't live with just one woman.
That's not.
After a while, you get
Not
bored.
Dan, I go get you in that trouble
that,
tonight. Dan, your wife, I go get you tonight.
that is a gigolo.
Well, like in, but in Africa, and with that bringing up the culture situation, um, I know a sister, a young lady whom she was in a polygamous relationship, not being married to anyone, but that, and she was calling this guy king, you know, and it was this one man to three women. But in that culture, she explained, because I said, why would you subject yourself to that? She said just about 90% of men cheats anyway, and they have more than one woman. And it's best that you know the individuals. It's an agreed thing that we bring this person into the relationship. And but the male that is doing this must be able to afford all the women that they are with, and they have to treat them equally, spend on them equally, provide for them equally. So I think that's what a lot of men are lacking if they were to try to practice this Walipa woman thing.
That's why they ask always sick.
Is that they have to be able to afford this lifestyle.
They always sick because they have too many, and
Uh,
they enjoying from one to the next.
okay,
Well,
okay.
you see, I was watching. I've been watching. I think I told the lady that I'm into the Chinese movies now, and I was watching this documentary, right? And what they were talking about is that in those days they had Aram, and in those Aram, those women they can't go outside of that Aram, so it's only that one individual they can deal with, but there are several of them there, and there is no disease coming in because they can't go out and he can't go out. He stay within the Aram, and they did that in those days in a lot of the Asian countries.
Mhm, mhm. Okay. Dan says, don't forget it was normal in biblical days. Okay.
But
There it
a lot of,
is. There
a
it is.
lot
Go
came with,
ahead, Inspector.
a lot of murder came with that. And then homosexual starts because a man that didn't have a woman turned to a man. Because King Solomon had 1,000 by himself.
Mhm.
So a lot of men didn't have no woman, thanks to King Solomon.
I don't see gays them coming because they just pervert. That's
Right, Queen.
oh, they get that no damn
Woo!
because they had us
Just
women. Come
crazy.
on, there's always more women than men. Come on now.
Not back.
They just the ones that turn to next man just
Just
oh
pervert,
well
teacher.
that brings us to our next listener's question. Do you think in this day and time asking someone about their birth gender is necessary?
No.
He said I tell you the truth anyway.
The respecter said no. I think that is very. Let me give you my opinion though. Since for the person that sent this in wants to remain anonymous. So I think that it is necessary in this time that ought to be one of your questions. If you have a list of questions that before you decide to get serious with somebody, or even if let's say you want to date this person, I want to make sure that the gender that I am dating is the correct gender. Um, because you have males right now that looks like women, and you have women right now that looks like men. So I want to know the birth gender. There's recently there has been a lot of killings, unalivings that has been happening with persons with male going into clubs and stuff and meeting a person who appears to be a woman, and then they find out that it's not a woman, you know and then they unalive them for saying that they were untruthful to them.
But
So that
lady,
them look bad. So I think that is should be maybe a first question. Somebody come up to you, listen, let me ask you this, because me ain't the foolishness. You's a man, you's a real man.
but
I
you think they go admit it?
before you even
It's
go any further.
very few might admit that.
Yeah, but at least you ask
Especially
that
if them
question.
are look here.
At least you ask that question. So
Especially.
if it comes to that, they lie to you. It's just like if you're gonna want to. Some persons may want to go and sleep with some people. Their their sexual their you want to know if they have any sexually transmitted disease. You just don't want to dive into bed and sleep with them.
And them
It's the
not
same
tell
thing.
you them not
and
tell you
and
that
you know what, for not divulging that you have an STD is grounds for charges to be pressed
I,
against
Yes, it
you.
is. Yes, because they could take your
Grounds for
life.
charges, yeah.
Mhm.
So it
Yeah.
is. So I think that, yeah, to the individual that send this in, I think that's if you feel that you go out and you have a light in the back of your head says that, hey, that person don't look like who they I think they are, then yes, I feel that you should ask that question. You could ask that person, were
You
you
have reached
born
Georgia Regional Hospital at Atlanta.
were you born a male, or were you seriously born a female?
I
I
think
really,
that's fair to
And
ask if you
along
want to. I think it's fair.
yeah.
yeah.
and
I think it's
along
fair.
with that, you gotta be mindful and look. Yeah, be
I had a
mindful and look.
kind
Yeah, I think that is fair to ask.
Yeah.
I had a close encounter.
Uh-oh. Okay,
Now,
Mr. Respecter.
when I was in my 20s. I left Baltimore, went to New Jersey for a show, and then I left that show with somebody. Stopped off at another spot. She said she's gonna use the bathroom. I'm sitting at the bar. She came out the bathroom, and I'm noticing she's on a payphone. I'm sitting there, and I'm noticing all his hair, light face, light skin, beautiful, look Puerto Rican. I end up jumping on it. Got to my car, came in my car, and I'm noticing right here, side, looks extra big. And I'm looking, and then the voice is changing. I lie to you not.
Oh,
I'm in my driver's seat, and and I went like I'm going for a gun. And I said, "Get your out of my car!" And then I started doing a push, and I saw back here the cat. I'm like,
oh my God.
I, I was so mad.
Well, it's a good thing you look before you leave.
I was
It's a
saying
good
the
thing
same.
you
I
look
mean, right
before
here.
you
You
I'm saying, no, no, that don't look right.
Wow.
And all this was a weave. I mean, a wig.
you see.
Oh wow.
leave.
Donna says,
Man,
Donna, thank you, Donna. Donna says, I agree with Lady D. You gotta
Mm.
ask. Yeah,
I agree. I agree with Lady D too.
yeah, that's a question. That's yeah, I would have to ask. You know, once in your mind, you look at that person, you say, your intuition is gonna say to you, something not
Mm.
right.
Yeah.
You're gonna say something not right. Okay, so you know that. No, oh God. But that's a funny story. That's a funny
And
story.
then you got some man who got bigger breasts than women.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they can afford to buy it.
yeah.
And the insurance pays
Oh,
for it too.
but not just that. Some of them, that's how their breasts get big. Lately, you've been noticing a lot of these men. I noticed that their breasts are bigger than normal, than it used to look. Now
You
you
know
look
what
at
they
them, they
said is
have
the
big
hormones
breasts.
in the milk and the chicken.
Could be something going on because I tell you, I see some big breasted men
Stop
I've
them.
been
Yeah.
seeing
Yeah,
lately.
especially the boys developing. Even young boys who are developing. Like,
Before we get into this parents right, before we get into this parents right, dance hall. Let's jump into something a little different. And then we're gonna go into this parents right and the shooting in Jamaica, and then I have another FYI because our time running. Before I go, let's say big shouts go out to You Choose Radio, with DJ VJ Smiles, Ross Dougal, and the entire You Choose Radio crew. Also the Victorious 89.1 FM Massive and crew. Want to say big shouts go out to you as well. They have what you choose as a nine mixtape coming out. I don't know if that's it. You choose something about a mixtape. They DJ VJ Smile has a talent perform on Thursday evenings free. Talent Thursdays 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. Comedy. Touch the mic. Oh yeah, I remember we used to do touch the mic. Shake
Yeah.
off
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
contests and single release artists. Oh, Sundays. I don't know which one is this because here it's saying seafood Sundays, a brunch. It's all about Old Dixie Highway over here in the Georgia area, Forest Park area. So I'll get more information because I'm not really sure what DJ Smaz is sending to me. Alrighty. But yeah. So those are that's the information coming from there over at you choose radio. Yeah, some years ago, me myself, DJ Smiles, and Joan Savory had done Touch the Mic
Touch
Thursday.
your
It was
mind.
almost
Yeah.
some 15 years ago. And yeah, it was really great. Joan Savory came up with the name Touch the Mic Thursday. She used to do that in Florida when she was there. Sleep in peace, Joan. But
Mm.
dance hall, which era do you think is was the best era? The 80s, the 90s, or now the 2000s? Which era do you think is the best
I
era?
know Don Man is gonna agree with me.
80s.
Queen.
80s.
Queen.
Yes.
You couldn't make me say that first, man. Chop.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry, my
The
brother.
80s as
Sorry.
well.
So you know, can't come on to come jump in too. Jump in.
Why
The
do you
80s, I agree. 80s.
okay, why do you feel I'm gonna play this clip here. I'm gonna
Uh,
let these clip plays and then you all piggyback off of it. Oh, wait a minute. I had turned this all the way down because I was trying to
80s rubber dub style.
I'm the
Wow.
Tiger.
Hey.
What?
you think so?
The, the whining thing, eh?
Hey, you know, Queen. The slow and easy does it.
What a love thing. Wow, honey. Mm.
Let me tell you,
Unru-
Josie Wales.
thing now work. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me start it over. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. There, why this thing don't want to work for me? None of this thing want to work today for me. I don't know why.
You don't need it. You don't need it.
I don't need it. All
You
right.
don't need it.
Go ahead. All right. Go
Between
ahead.
me and you and Queen and Dan Man, man, come on, we don't beat.
That says Admiral Bailey.
Why, man?
Admiral
Yeah,
Bailey.
mommy, me a bat.
Me
I'm a
just
bat.
a
The respect that. You call everybody
You
name
know,
but me.
because you're young.
Oh my gosh.
I like the 80s. I know about 80s music.
And don't forget Lady D and
I
Queen.
know.
You understand? If it's even spontaneous, we have to come new. So I'm telling you, you have to have lyrics.
That's Professor
Them
now.
time that boom, 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 boom.
I wish some
Ay.
is more
More competitive and why? I want to know why. Come closer to the microphone. I want to know why your
because you
time
got
would be more.
so many artists being
Sizzler.
inspired by these great icons before us. Yeah, and the music is now widespread in the cybernetic age. It's computer doing it now. So you got more rhythms producing, got more artists, kids are more educated now. Music is being taught in school at a higher level right now. So I think in this time it's more competitive.
Sprague, you agree? I agree. You know why? I agree.
In my time, you have artists where Abuja was the man, say Shabba was the elder, and then Buju. But then you have some artists say I spit everything them one they spit like gold. See me, you have to keep up with that level, you have to keep up with that standard. Cause everything where they put the rhythm here are definitely classic already from your ear in the studio, you know. You don't hear that now because you're a one man per one rhythm. And he make it on in bedroom where in friend them alone here. When you go in a Dave Kelly studio or in a Jamie studio, I know say killer over there, so way over there, so way over there, and you know say every man voice already, you know. And you have my competition there, right there, so. Which it wasn't competitive, you know, but it's an inspiration to know say every man shot this and deal with this already, you know. Where you come sing? Where you come sing? And when you hear King I say, you have nothing else. You just do something where you feel, say, you know.
All right. So which one was more competitive? You all we said 80s?
80s.
80s. Why you think 80s music was more
Let
competitive?
me tell you from my experience.
Yeah.
There's a DJ
Mhm.
that would have been in history the greatest and he not got murdered.
Okay.
Major worries.
Fair work. Okay.
And the good thing about that now, Shaka Demus pick up his style.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't recognize Shaka Demus, but Shaka Demus was is still one of the most versatile.
Yeah.
Style and voice and everything.
Yeah.
Shabba, definitely. It's a whole long list. But I
Okay.
got in my book. Short-lived.
But do you think that they were competitive against
It
one
was
another?
it was more style to the music, to the lyrics. It was a lot of jokes. Especially when there's Josie Wales, Charlie Chaplin, Yellowman, Tiger, them and them get together. I always remember they joking with each other on the stage.
Yeah.
Yellow man would say,
Let,
boy, Yellow man
let
would say,
me
boy, Josie, you come out of the room after we are shade the one girl and you come out of the room and you depend.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about the 80s.
Yeah.
You see, when I get dressed, and I could dress then,
We're not
and I
talking
walk through that dance hall door, or that club door, all me feel I just I someone move. What honey child like? I mean, no, you have to go in at the club and stand up there, and you stand up and you stand up, and then you might get a little move, and you might. But
well,
not them days that you walk in a dance, in a them
Who was
place
your
there.
favorite?
Wait,
Oh
show
God,
can move now,
all of them,
Queenie.
all
Show
of
can
them,
move.
all of them, all of them. What?
Hey.
Man, honey, one me did love dance them days, and me dance Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and go work Monday. Eh?
How
Michelle,
many how many undercover lovers you had?
I
Oh
don't know who
Lord.
had me, but I
Michelle,
hear that.
Michelle, you said you know about the 80s. So Lord, Donna throwing them up here. Donna says flyers. Donna
Oh,
says Admiral Bailey. Then she said flyers. Then she says super cat. Then that
ooh,
guy that said Brigadier Jerry, Papa
he
Oh
come
yes.
out, he
Boy.
come
Oh,
out.
oh.
Ooh.
No, don't use that one. He come out him gone, my fish.
So what about Buru Banton, Bobby
Oh
Culture?
God, oh Lord, no say nothing, no say
Tiger.
nothing.
No, those guys was in the 70s, man. Them not
No,
count.
I listen, the
No,
end part of the 70s come
no,
up to
no.
the 80s, is
Bobby
it?
Culture then was not in the 70s.
Yeah.
Bobby
No.
Culture then was in the 80s.
70s and 80s.
Okay. If
That's what I'm saying, the end of the 70s to
late
80s.
70s,
Those were the best music.
that'll say all of them.
Honey, all of them. That's right, Donna.
But
That's right.
we're talking about the competitiveness of the music. Well, we're not even talking about their style. Well, competitiveness come with style too, right? But
Yeah.
I hear what Spraga was saying when back in those days they all ride the same rhythm. And
But
when they cut the music, they cut it under. Well, they did that in the 80s too.
the
Yeah.
the competitiveness only came when it was like Papa San and Stitchy
Yeah,
and they battling each other.
yeah.
And then Ninja Man and Shabba and Super
Yeah.
Cat and all them and Merciless. And that's when the competitiveness come. But if you talk about competitive as far as style and lyrics and longevity, you would have to get to Papa San.
Okay, okay. Papa San over Stitchy?
Yes.
Oh,
Papa San and
Mm.
Stitchy clashed the last time.
Me don't know. All of
Right?
them
The
sound
last
good to
time, then
me.
clash. And Papa San makes Stitchy feel so bad. And then they interview Stitchy backstage. Stitchy say, the man, tell me, say, man, you just go walk like virgin and virgin, brother and brother. And then the man just turn over and start clash for me. So Papa San catch him off guard
mhm.
and then couldn't do nothing about it.
You've never prepared.
Never
And
prepared.
those days you had to be prepared. Donna said it's
Prepared.
more competitive now. Okay.
Now,
Nah,
yes,
nah,
and
Oh,
in
a bag
those
of
days,
nonsense now.
it
A
was
bag of
like
nonsense
fun.
now.
In those days, it was fun.
Not
Talent. They
natural.
wanted to
Sha-
show their talent.
Sharon says late 70s, early 80s. It was
Yes.
cultural love. People
Yes.
used
Yes,
to full joy
yes.
themselves. Now people stand
Yes.
up watching what a person have on.
Ex-
So true.
Right.
ah,
Right.
Yeah,
ah.
yeah. You went in there those days and you listen to the lyrics
Mhm,
and
mhm.
them ride the rhythm, them speak the
Man, what?
and on top of it, they used to fight for the mic.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I tell this story all the time. That's why I rest his soul. Louis Rankin. When
Oh man.
I'm a little amateur, and
Mhm.
and Sister Carol brought me up on the stage at HQ, this club in the Bronx on
Mhm.
White Plains Road, 228th Street. And Sister Carol bring me on the mic, come here, mash down the place, me I get pure forward in the place, I lick down those times I used to DJ. I still
Mhm.
basement DJ, all type of DJs. And then I lick down the place, man. And they said, pull up about 3-4 times. We get pull up from the big dance, big dance I go on because Brigadier was there, Sassafras was
Yeah,
there, Puro Bantam, Bobby Culture, Louis Rankin, Sister Carol, Sister Nas, all of them was there.
yeah.
And me I get nothing but no forward, and then the man I got take the mic from me and talk about, all right, enough is enough, and I'm the amateur night this, and amateur night there.
Mhm.
Hey,
Mhm.
he was jealous. He was jealous.
From that moment on, I book him up down here at parties. I say, you come this about that amateur night. But yeah, and I mean, so yeah, it was very
It
competitive.
was
Was
Everybody
Junior
was
Ranks there?
dancing.
it was nice. In those days, people, it was love. You show love and
Everybody was
you
fighting
know
for
that's what
that
it
mic.
was about.
Was
Yeah.
Junior Ranks there?
All of them was there. All of them was there. Stitchy was there. That's
Them,
how
them man, they always in a
Cockatee,
HQ
because that's how I
anyway.
end up over. So all of us did end up over Cockatee House. I told that story when Cockatee passed away.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all of us end up over Cockatee House. Those time Buru Banton and Sassafras was trying to push me. But my parents, to become my dad was a bishop, he did not want me into the dance. We used to sneak out. Let's call a spade now,
Yeah.
we were rebelling, and when they went to sleep, we snuck out and went party because it was my love. I went to down to dance any basement party, me mash up the place, man. Trust me, mash up place.
So you know what? You know, give Cockatee a touch.
What kind of touch? Yes, he touched me, he hugged me. He hugged me and said, "What, lady?" And back then they used to back then sister was more of a bigger thing. So it was Sister D.
Mhm.
Yeah, until persons start calling me lady, and then the D came on because my name Diana. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, those days were more competitive. So that was a good run. That was a good run. That was a good run.
And fun, yes, it
Yeah,
was.
that was
Oh
good.
God, music was fun then. Hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess we need to get back serious, eh?
Yes. Yeah.
We need to get back. Do it.
And don't forget Gibbons.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Leroy
Mhm.
Gibbons. Oh yes. All of them was. It
Yeah.
was when I said it
All
was.
of them, all of them, like I said, all of them had their ways.
Yeah, those days were
Everybody had their own little
crazy.
touch.
Those
Yeah, they had their own little touch. I
those
mean,
days were those days were phenomenal, phenomenal.
yeah, yeah. I
Um,
miss them.
Jamaica has a new firearm act that is there. Either they've implemented it already or they're getting ready to implement it, and persons are really, really fighting for this act not to come about, or if it has already. But the firearm act is any any person that is caught with anything that looks like a gun, may it be imitation, a fake firearm, or even a water gun, okay, that they can get up to 15 years in prison. And if they try to explain themselves, they can tack on 5 more years.
Are the devil them?
Hey.
Are the real devil them, man?
Mm.
So
This
you
is
know,
a
you're the one. You know, you're the one today about in Washington D.C. that anybody murder anybody in Washington get instant death.
oh no, I didn't hear that one.
That's what he's trying to pass. Anyone kill anyone in Washington D.C. is instant.
Mm. But this now with a toy gun, they are selling these things
All
in
right.
the
Yeah,
stores.
Christmas
Why did
time.
they not stop these things at the border? Why is Jamaica not saying, okay, no more import of any form of children toys that looks like a weapon? Why they don't stop? So what are they doing? They setting up people.
Okay.
They're setting up
They-
people
They're not warning them ahead of
because
time.
they need to go and address these things to me at the wharf, the Chinese stores, the stores that are selling these things. They need to ban it altogether and not just tell persons, well, if you're caught with a fake one, then you can serve 15 years. That don't even sound kosher.
Mhm.
Mm.
Okay?
So
That
you
don't
see, where the black man is no different than the white man, and the white man no different than the black man. The black man hate the black man, the white man hate the black man, and so on and so forth.
yeah. It's something, but I bought it theirs for because it's something for people to think about what's going on. So don't send no
But
play
I mean,
no
to give
in none of the
for a
barrels
toy,
or anything like that. Go ahead, Queen.
to do that with for a toy gun, that's yeah,
Well,
that's
Crazy.
crazy.
the old law
You know,
used to be, which I understand, if someone is using a toy gun to commit a crime, then
right?
they will, go to jail and so on. But this is just someone having it
Having it,
and yeah,
but
and
even
playing.
so, you go to jail. You can't all that time they're gonna give you for a toy gun, even
Yeah,
if I mean you use it wrongly.
yeah.
I mean,
And I see a lot of persons, a lot of
intent.
guys
Yeah, they use it as intent.
are
Yeah,
speaking out
intent to
a lot of
commit harm. Yeah,
against
yeah.
and saying that this is foolishness, that
Yeah,
they
foolish. That's crazy.
put into thing. Just a FYI, teens targeting on TikTok. I see Michelle post that. They're asked to do nude pictures, and the boys are you have 46 kids that have unalived themselves based off of what is going on TikTok. I just feel that parents need to monitor, period, what their children are watching on. I don't even think that children of certain age should even have access
Be
to
on
these
TikTok.
platforms. TikTok, Facebook, all of those foolishness. Oh, Sharon says, because Jamaican government is foolish, it's ridiculous. Stop the import from China. Simple. Stop it right there at the wharf. Stop
Yep.
that whole thing right there at the wharf. But it's a new law, and they are
They're
out there
not.
trying to fight it. But
They're not stopping this money making.
yeah, I think it has.
Yeah.
Anything money making.
So
But they're
what?
thinking short term and they're not thinking long term.
Yeah. So
Mm.
what I would like to do is just put it out there that persons who is sending down barrels and stuff like that, do not put any of those type of water guns, any of those. They even said the color, and they were specific too, even the
Mhm.
color water guns. They said even the color water guns, it's a play toy. You
Hmm.
can look up to 15 years in prison. And if you go to court to defend yourself, you can add on 5 more years. So you're looking at 20 years in prison.
Them evil bad man. Government evil
I
bad.
see it
And
going.
this is
See, I
not
see it going on. People out there murder,
and this
commit
is not
murder.
a play thing. This is something that's serious, and this is something that they're really trying to implement. Okay, if they haven't already. Um, but I feel that once again, the kids should not have access to these social medias the way that they're having these TikToks and these messengers and these even Facebook at this point. I feel that none of them need to have any of these things, these chat or any of them where they can be targets to things such as this. Imagine these kids are on here and they go take pictures of their nude self and send it to these people, and these people is blackmailing them. Um, so these kids unalive themselves,
Yeah.
46 children.
And these
Yeah,
kids,
because
these parents need to stop letting these kids play those video games, those
Yeah,
harsh video games. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's the
Where
next
people can
thing.
get,
Go ahead, Michelle.
yeah, so where people have easy access to them. Yeah, and with the TikTok, these kids are on it, and it's funny because they see the new dances, they see the new music, so it's like a way
Yeah,
of them getting together. It's like a social area. and then these wicked group come and what do they name the BM boys? They pretend to be a female, a girl made
Yeah.
like I guess like a
Yeah.
DM on the side, and they're talking and things like that, and then all of a sudden you send the new pictures, and then they're like, well, if you don't, they blackmail them. If you
Yeah.
don't send us this money
It's
or
crazy.
whatever, we're going to
It's
send it to your family.
Parents need to talk to their kids, go check up on
Yeah,
those social
but
media sites that they are playing, that they're on, and just
Yeah.
Sharon said instead of Jamaica going forward, it's going backward. It sure is.
oh
It sure
Lord,
is.
Yeah.
And let me also give you all another FYI. It's two more FYI, but this one I think that a lot of us need to know. This young lady here, and this is happening in Florida, and she's in court going back and forth. She's being fined over 300 and something dollars because her child touched a tree by the HOA, the homeowners association. These homeowners association people are getting more and more ridiculous, and this is the one of them that's on the board of the homeowners. She doesn't, I guess she's doesn't like, it's alleged that she's racist, and this young lady in Florida is going back and forth with the HOA for a $385 ticket for her child touching a tree.
I would find and touch her.
I mean, like, this is crazy, you know,
ridiculous.
so I mean, I think we all, including me, the more I'm hearing about these HOAs things, I think my next HOA meeting I'm going to go to and really get the bylaws and the laws and the bylaws of my subdivision. I don't know, I've never gotten one. So I need to really, really get the laws and the bylaws and to find out what you can and cannot do in your neighborhood. This person even went as far as sending off pictures of garbage cans and how people keep their yard, and you all are worrying about a child touching a tree, right?
Tree. Can
And
you imagine?
she says she knows she's going to lose in court, but she did petitions. She went to different houses and got petitions to be signed and everything like that.
They should counter sue.
Yeah, her violation, she had a violation notice citing Article 7, Section 8, restrictions on activities, right? So because the child touched a tree, they're calling up this section on the article, whatever in their HOA, restriction of activity. And they're requesting she pay $382.16 in fees. Okay. So we need to learn what our laws and bylaws are in our neighborhoods, because this is considered to be restriction on activities. So what activities can we do in our subdivision? This is madness, pure madness.
But
Okay.
I'm grateful. I've been here 11 years,
Yeah.
and thank God there's no association,
Yeah.
and our community is well kept. And majorities are islanders. Yeah.
Well, on one of the things here, and then we're going to move on. The racial bias in HOA isn't a new topic. According to a 2021 NPR investigation, some HOA documents still include explicitly racist language. In some cases, property covenants have said things like none of said land may be conveyed to use, owned, or occupied by racial slur as owners or tenants. So you know what that racial slur is, right? The N word. So we need to really, really find out what is in our homeowners um laws and bylaws. Okay. All righty. Sharon says, did he cut down the tree? Foolish. Okay. No, he touched the tree. He touched the tree. Okay. So it's activity. I mean, this is the
Hmm.
some of these people whom is on the
Sick
board
man, I'm sick.
for these places are sick, ridiculous. All right, because we have what 7 minutes left here. Um, the shooting that took place. Okay, the young man that is in the hospital. Those gaming is same as social media. We need to stop. We need to give our children a certain time limit if we're letting these gaming things, because this young man here passed out, and even when the game was off and nothing was in his hand, he was in a trance and playing a game and no game, so he's in the hospital. So you know where that's going to lead him into a mental ward and so on. You know what I'm saying? We have to be careful with our kids. Um, a 2-year old mauled by a dog at an unlicensed daycare. We have to know where we have to know where we put in our children. We have to, this is our segment on children. We have to know what we're doing with our children. We need to be on them. Don't put them in these unlicensed daycare. Don't do that. This lady went to sleep and left this 2-year-old. This 2-year-old got out the house and walked to the cage where the two Rottweilers are, and they ate him up. I mean, come on. We have to know, we have to know what we're doing with our children. Sharon says the HOA woman need a man. Okay. She need more than a man. She might not need two.
I see the two Rottweiler sockets.
Okay, okay. So we need to be mindful of what's going on with our children. Okay. And also the St. Catherine shooting in Minstead, 9 shot, five unalived, including a 4-year-old and 11-year-old. This happened at 8:45 in the evening. Okay.
All those things are planned, you know. All those things are planned.
Okay. All right. All right. And we don't have time for this last one, so maybe I'll address it. This man feels like his right was taken away from him by the school system. So we'll get into that next week. Also, Jamaica is not a real place, you know. There was a man, there's an article that's circulating on social media where there's a man that chased down the next man, got him at the car. It's alleged that the man hit him and tried to hit and run. And he chased the man down and he got the man. The man come out of the car and him a beat the man with a gun, and the police standing right there and he's beating up the man. Jamaica's not a real place. Right in front of the police officer, Jamaica is not a real place. Okay. But anything you all want to add before we go? We have about 6 minutes left, Michelle.
No, it's just disheartening to hear these things happening, you know? That's supposed to be a place of paradise. It's known to be a place of paradise.
Yeah,
So,
it's
you
crazy.
know, and in a time where
Jamaica.
we have so many yep. And we have so many people against us. We need someone, we have to be for us,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jamaica land gone bad.
Not a real place. But next week I want to talk about this is gonna be my topic for next week. We want to talk about the parents' rights. This parent, he went to the school board because of the fact that him and his wife, I guess, separate or broke up or whatever. And the child, which is a young girl, wants to get an identity change. He's against it. I guess the mom is for it because the girl wants it. And instead of the two parents working it out, they went to the school board, where the school board is the one that got the told them what to do as far as filing the paperwork and all of these things. So he was very, very, very upset in regards to it. And I just want to know, do I kind of wanted to know if you all feel that schools should be able to dictate to get involved in things as private as that.
No,
Just wanted to know your thoughts on that.
no.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing. It's a
That's
crazy.
why. That's why I so believe in the try harder. Husband and wife, father and mother, try harder to keep the family together. Because who lose in the end? The child, the children. Well,
Yeah.
so many can't see that. They're so selfish and just into themselves.
So we just throwing things out there. I've got it here, but I'm not gonna play it. But are you all watching Torre and Wholeness going back and forth? Dan says no. Dan Minus says no as to if they should be in it. So I'm just gonna play it quick since we have 4 minutes and we don't really have a topic. Another topic.
This father has every right to be pissed off.
Now you're going to remember my name. You'll remember it because I'm not just fighting for my daughter. I'm fighting to make sure that what happens to me, to my family, never happens to another parent in this district. My daughter changed her identity, not after years of discussion or family dialogue, not after joint input from both of her parents. No, this happened quickly, secretly, encouraged by a school-appointed therapist and a system that never thought to include me. And the school didn't inform me, they didn't include me, they didn't even ask me, they replaced me. By the time I found out, I was already labeled the problem. My objections weren't treated as concerns, they were treated as opposition. My voice was dismissed as hateful, my presence undermined. The therapist, the school, and eventually the court-appointed investigator all decided that because I would affirm something, I didn't deserve to parent my daughter equally anymore. They didn't accuse me of abuse. They didn't claim I'd caused harm. The only evidence against me was that I said I'm not ready to affirm this yet. That's it. And now I'm at risk of losing parenting time, of being erased from my daughter's life, not because I failed as a father, but because I dared to ask questions. And it started in your schools. Your systems made it possible. And your silence made it permanent. You gave my ex all the tools she needed to take our daughter from me. Tools that she couldn't have forged on her own. You gave her the therapist, you gave her the ideological support, and you never once thought, shouldn't the father be involved too? I was supposed to have one opponent in this fight for my daughter. One voice with equal say, one person across the table who I would battle for influence. And that person was supposed to be my ex. But you gave her reinforcements. You gave her a system that cut me out of the picture. You handed her the tools to eliminate me from my daughter's life. And with your help, she's trying to erase me altogether. You replaced my voice, you stole my seat at the table, and you made decisions about my daughter without me. Don't think you can take a man's child from him and not reap a whirlwind. You don't get to raise our children for us, and if those who replace you try as you have, we'll replace them too. Get your kids out of Jefferson County now. You don't know how far this rock goes until it comes for you. And after you do, speak out, join me, and take back what's ours. The right to raise our kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And Don says the child should wait until she's 18. I
Yes.
agree with. Yeah. The child should wait until she's 18.
Somebody pushed her.
So yeah, and with the help of the school, which I think that they needed to exclude themselves totally out of it. But we'll go into it more because we only have a minute left. I just want to thank each and everyone for joining us. Queen having phone issues, logging back on. But just want to thank everyone for joining us. And if you have a topic that you want us to reason on, send it to dapowerhouseradio@gmail.com. That's dapowerhouseradio@gmail.com. Once again says big shouts to YouTube's radio. Big shouts to Victorious 89.1 FM. Tune into the Lady D show Saturdays, 12 to 4 p.m. And All About Love, Nothing But Love Sundays from 7 to 8 p.m. The Respecta? Before you speak, Respecta, wait a minute before you speak. Don says them support that crap. Yep, they do.
Yes.
And Sharon says the school is there to teach your child to read, do maths and skills, to live a productive life and not personal issues. Exactly. Go ahead, Don. Go ahead, the Respecta.
Did you send that to the reasoning on WhatsApp?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. Go ahead. You want to say River Dolce?
Thanks for joining us once again. We appreciate you. Appreciate you. Like Queen said, like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Yeah, all right. Michelle? Michelle muted. Michelle, if you're talking, you're muted. All righty. We just want to thank each and everyone once again. Blessings upon blessings. You can listen to DA Power, the Powerhouse Radio, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with the best in music rotation. Michelle, you back?
Yes, I am. My internet was going in and out, but good night. And thank you. See you next week.
All right. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings. You all be safe.
Good night.
Safe. All right. Good night.
Feel your body reaction in my love song. Mention my love.